169. Shakespeare, you are placed high in the heaven, and you survey the holy temple. What causes you to feel that you are a stranger in a strange land? Shakespeare responds, Alan, through Shylock, Jessica, and myself, your genome has been warped. Shakespeare continues, from the control of your placid temperament, you have gained and guided the void, Jehovah, the psychiatrist, psychologist, social worker, and anthropologist, the Big Five, and the Big Four. You have guided them. Shakespeare continues. You have introduced in your blogs a reality which is so fundamental. But how can it be implemented? Shakespeare continues. Political maneuverings and personality traits are guided through a false sense of well-being associated with atomic warheads, down to the bow and arrow and pea shooter. Shakespeare continues. Financial help and expertise in forging links from one country to another is drained by fears of spying and conniving. I, Alan, say to Shakespeare, my blogs have highlighted this situation. I say to Shakespeare, how do we solve the problem, dear Grandad? Shakespeare responds, Alan, you must make yourself known as the Messiah. I respond, but Shakespeare, it makes me open to ridicule, and I have no magic wand. Shakespeare responds, the magic wand is that you were born at the time presented to you after 5 billion years since the Big Bang. Shakespeare continues. The magic wand is that your brain has been caused to elevate itself to a superconscious level. Shakespeare continues. You have introduced all religions and persuasions as essential features. You have conducted your blogs with a sense of cordiality to all and everything. You have introduced Abraham as Hammurabi, Jesus, Moses and Muhammad, and all faiths and persuasions, the Big Five and the Big Four. Shakespeare continues, the honeybee sits with the maiden in the dome. Both are sympathetic to one another. Each knows that they are the makings of the new generations of life in the four formations. I, Alan, continue. Jesus died on the cross. Latimer was burnt at the stake. Yet the Hebrews have returned to their homeland. We have the Big Five and the Big Four, to whom I speak in the simplest of terms. The weapons of war that you manufacture and maintain, buy, sell, and distribute, and later confiscate, shows a lack of direction. I, Alan, the Messiah, speak for the rose and the double royal flush, animals and plants. My disciples must realize that the impending horror of annihilation have elected me, and I transform every category to sainthood for everybody. My friends, I sit in the central reservation of Formation 3. I sit with the honeybee, radiating from us are the tentacles of Jehovah. We transmit through pulse rate to the Latimer beam on top of the ziggurat at Ur. I, Alan, say to the honeybee, fear ye not, for you and Jehovah and the figure of 8 will introduce pulse rate and introduce kingdoms. I, Alan, say to the honeybee, Shakespeare, from whom I am descended, looks after you. Over hill, over dale, through a bush, through a briar, over park, over pale, I do wander everywhere, swifter than the moon beams, for I do serve the fairy queen, to do her orbs upon the green. I, Alan, speak. Civilizations on our holy temple have come and gone, for they have succumbed to hindrances in our genetical makeup called non-acceptable casual disturbances. That puts it mildly. I say to the honeybee, Shakespeare, my granddad, is with us. Pulse rate, heart rate, and the figure of 8 will be incessant. I bring forth the Quran, Bible, and all religions and persuasions. The killing will cease, and hearts will be repaired. Jehovah, the honeybee, and pulse rate, movement, rule the roost. I, Alan, gather around me the big 5 and the big 4. I, Alan, am the driving force of the singular and plural. And I sing, O living world, O troubled world, give us understanding. Again with me. O living world, O troubled world, give us understanding. Man is God, man is conscious, blessed be the Creator.